Welcome back to CruiseAway here on Gecko. It's time for us to take you on some wonderful cruise and stay adventures around the world. Now, there's nothing that gets the cruise world more excited than the prospect of new cruise ships taking to the ocean. And that's what this show is full of. New.
That's right. This is your chance to see the latest in cruise ship innovation with the new arrivals and get your trip planned today. Now, we're saying hola to the new MSC Euribia later as she takes us on an 18-night cruise adventure from Dubai to Barcelona next April. Plus, your chance to step on board the brand new Star Princess within weeks of her launch in Europe for a 20-night cruise from Rome to London with stays in both cities. And this is coming up in September next year.
Very exciting. And with all the offers in this show, we can take advantage of travel pay later to spread the cost of these epic adventures. Now, our first new cruise ship in this show has been hotly anticipated for years now. It's a new Cunard Queen launching later this year, the brand new Queen Anne. And in February next year, she's right here with us in Sydney. So this is your chance to take her Pacific adventure for 19 incredible nights of voyaging. Let's get on board and go and have a good look around. Well, this is what she will look like.
Yes. This is really exciting, isn't it? Now, Cunard has not launched a new vessel in over a decade. Actually, it's almost 2 decades now. So the thing about this is you are going to be getting the most extraordinary experience on a brand new Cunard ship. If you love the Cunard brand, if you've been fortunate enough to visit before, you'll know this is the original White Star Line, one of the very first cruise ships ever to exist, literally centuries ago. So we are actually at the foremost, most traditional element of cruising when you're on a Cunard ship. They have everything from traditional ballroom dancing to beautiful white glove afternoon, champagne afternoon teas if you want it, but afternoon teas every single day on board. So you do get to enjoy that quintessential British cruising experience.
I think as well, moreover, this is wonderful for those people who love the grand voyaging that Cunard offers.
Yes.
To see their latest offering. So to have, as you said, all of that quintessential charm that is associated with Cunard. I mean, it's one of those things that so many people aspire to doing.
Yeah.
But seeing the nice modern twist to that, I think, is so exciting.
Yeah, that's the beauty of being on board a vessel that has both tradition and also innovation at the forefront. So you'll notice a lot of the spaces, if you've been on board the Elizabeth, the Victoria, or of course the Mary, the spaces are reimagined. So they have that lovely traditional touch, but with a fresh boutique modern edge to them. Look at these bathrooms. I mean, it is extraordinary when you're walking into the grandeur that is Cunard. Dining is exceptional, as you'd imagine. And I just love seeing all of the officers, all of the crew dressed in the traditional, cruise uniforms.
Yeah.
It does make you feel like you've stepped back in time, but of course at the same time you have all your modern luxuries, you've got the spa, you've got the gym, you've got your classes, all kinds of different fun things to enjoy, enrichment lectures, travel lectures. Now we are cruising out of Sydney and a day at sea sees us into fabulous Brisbane, where you can go and visit, of course, the Australia Zoo, the Steve Irwin Zoo, just enjoy the waterfront. It's one of the most spectacular waterfronts in Oz, of course, maybe a spot of shopping or even the koala sanctuary. Then we are on to fabulous Airlie Beach, gateway to the Whitsundays and the incredible reef, of course. You can actually do a rainforest or boardwalk segway tour here, or you can swim in the beautiful Airlie Beach Lagoon, which is world famous. Then it's Cairns, Yorkeys Knob, where you can actually head up to Corunda Railway, or the Daintree Rainforest, the big three they call it here, or Cape Tribulation. Now, of course, there is Port Douglas, not too far away either, with the fantastic markets. Love this part of the world. Then it's Darwin. Top end, of course, you have Kakadu at your doorstep. You have the Territory Wildlife Park. You can cage dive with crocs in Crocosaurus Cove. You can head to Catherine Gorge for the day as well, and swim in the hot springs. Batung, Indonesia beckons us next with its beautiful beaches and its lovely, lush rainforest as well. Number of attractions here. There's some great markets. markets, lovely shopping for local arts and handicrafts, and the Tangoto wildlife tour too. We're into the Philippines next, Manila, the capital. Wow. This is spectacular because it offers you the, of course, hustle bustle of the major capital city with the undercurrent of natural beauty and history to enjoy. We have an overnight in Hong Kong, China, and 2 nights in a hotel to enjoy one of the most bustling, exciting, vibrant and vivacious cities on earth. Hong Kong never sleeps. In fact, if you love to shop, this is paradise for you, particularly for electronics. Now, there's lots of natural beauty in Hong Kong as well, so don't be deceived by all of the kind of, the glass and skyscrapers. Yes, that's amazing, but there's also palm trees and beautiful points of interest, such as you can take the Star Ferry up to Victoria Peak and see gorgeous overviews of the city. I love Hong Kong, and I think you will too. If you haven't been before, this is going to be epic. If you visited and you wanted to go back, perfect amount of time, 3 days. So just an overview for you. Of course, we're sailing out of Sydney, which is brilliant. Some of Australia's hotspots before we head into Indonesia, the Philippines, and finish up in Hong Kong. Then we fly you back to Oz.
And remember, because you're on board with Cunard, as you're going around all of those fabulous destinations, not only, of course, is Queen Anne arriving in all of her glory. She's kind of drawing the crowds because she is the new queen out there at sea. But it is going to feel so very special while you're on board this cruise as well. It's going to have that certain je ne sais quoi. It's going to be amazing. So this comes up for you in February next year, joining the brand new Queen Anne right here in Sydney. 19 fabulous nights as she takes her Pacific adventure that we've just been through. What a special occasion it will be. The cruise around Australia and the Pacific to Hong Kong, with 3 nights in Hong Kong, 1 on the Queen Anne and then another 2 in a hotel, plus of course your flight back from Hong Kong to Sydney. Deposits today on this, just $400 per person, and your price tag for the whole entire package is incredible, because this is beyond 5-star voyaging with the biggest, most aspirational name in the cruise industry. We don't cruise with Cunard, we voyage with Cunard in style every single day and night of your cruise. That is stunning, coming in at under $5,000. Now, let's have a look at upgrading on board as well. If you want to upgrade your accommodation, your wonderful stateroom, if you want the treat of the suite, if you want the opulence of the balcony and opening the doors there, if you just want that view of the ocean as you voyage through the Pacific to Hong Kong, then there are your prices on screen. Don't forget, of course, low deposits today, just $400 each today as a deposit, and you can also spread the cost of your holiday with Travel Pay Later as well. So that means, of course, what you can do is pay your deposit right now and then pay the cost of your holiday in instalments as well. All you need to do is talk to the team about that. You've got the number on the screen, 1300 411 954. You can call us toll free every single day. It is lovely to have your company as well, because these are incredible offers on brand new cruise ships. That's what we're talking about in this show today, which is a very, very special thing. If you know you're cruising, if you love your cruising, then whenever new ships come along, and there are a fair few launches this year and plenty coming next year as well, it's a big, big time for new cruise ships. And the great thing is, every major cruise line is trying to get their nose just that little bit further ahead and show you something new and more exciting. And so we go to another new shining cruise ship, and this time it's courtesy of Princess Cruises. Now, her new Sphere class Sun Princess launches later this year. We've talked about her before. And for next year, the second in this class, the Star Princess, takes to the seas. Now, she launches in August next year, and our28 is just a few weeks later in September. Now, this is a biggie, this one. It's 28 nights in all, actually, and we start by flying you over from Sydney to Rome in Italy, and let's enjoy a 3-night hotel city break while we're there, because it is worth spending some time in Rome, let me tell you.
Yeah, it is. Lovely time to go as well, as it just sort of dips into autumn here. So you'll find it's kind of like winding down a bit from big, busy tourist season, but it's still gorgeously warm usually. Round every turn in Rome, this is the thing I love about it, you'll stumble upon 3,000-year-old archaeology.
Oh, yeah.
You're just having your gelato and you'll just be walking over something that was built all of those centuries ago. And that's the amazing thing, exploring by foot. Then after your 3-night stay, we are heading on board the newest, most exciting, most innovative and vibrant vessel from Princess's fleet. Oh, this is going to be absolutely incredible. The Star Princess and Sphere Class. Now, she's called Sphere Class for, you know, one of the reasons is they have a dynamic sphere, like almost a biodome on top of the ship that transforms all at once. It is an entertainment space, you know, a relaxation space during the day as well. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is going to be next level.
Oh, it is honestly amazing. We've talked obviously about her sister who launches this year, the Sun Princess, and along the same kind of veins. 21 fabulous decks, and you can see that this is all about space. This is all about plenty of space, which means plenty of activities as well. It means you've got things like the ropes courses going on there, which looks super exciting up on the top deck. It means you've got heaps of bars and lounges on board. The ones that you know and love from Princess, like the Wakeview Terrace and the Wheelhouse Bar, familiar to many of you through Princess's fleet. And then you've got new and exciting venues as well, which I love. The restaurant choices are just phenomenal. You've got the main dining room, Horizons, which is on 3 levels, and that will always feel very grand for you every night of your cruise. And then you've got your pick of wonderful specialty dining, from sushi to seafood to pizzeria to teppanyaki, Italian, Crown Grill for steaks that people know and love from Princess as well. So let me tell you, it's a good job that this cruise is 20 nights, because you're going to need 20 nights.
You are. A Star is Born, absolutely. Look, let's have a look at where we're going. Out of the port for Rome, straight into Naples, which is another incredible epicenter for ancient history, including over 3,000 years of history in Pompeii, which was, of course, covered in ash and rubble for so many years. You can go to the museum as well. Then it's Santorini, a nice chilled day in Syra, maybe the capital awaits you. You can take the cable car up from the port. It's a charming overview of this magnificent island with whitewashed houses and beautiful against that blue sky. Kusadasi is up next, and this is not only a great port for shopping right there at the dock, but you have got the ancient city of Ephesus, which is incredible. The city was a western terminus of east-west trade and one of the most important in Rome. Piraeus is next, and this is awash with incredible history, this voyage, I tell you. And this is the port for Athens, of course, where you can visit the Parthenon, the Acropolis, and also the supporting museums. You will be in awe of Athens. There's just no two ways about it. Messina, Sicily greets us next with fabulous, Sicily. You've got the foot of Mount Etna, so you can take a tour up there. Taormina, which is a charming village not too far away, and of course the incredible cathedral right there with the anatomical clock. It's Palma de Mallorca next. I think after all of that exploring, you might just want a chilled day here, perhaps just grabbing a drink in a bar along the ocean promenade, or enjoying the beaches in Puerto Soller. It's a lovely island, this one. Then it's Barcelona. Now, Barcelona, one of the most iconic cities in the world, is known for the architecture of Gaudi, such as the Trio of Discord, the Sagrada Familia and Parque Güell, and so much more. La Ramblas is amazing. Then it's Malaga, one of the oldest cities in Spain, beautiful Andalusia. You can visit Granada, it's not too far away, in the iconic Alhambra, or just stroll along the ocean promenade. There's lovely beaches and gorgeous swimming right there. Cadiz is next. Now, this is the gateway to Seville, which is an utterly charming city. Orange tree-lined streets, beautiful architecture, and delicious paella await you in Seville.
Oh, yes.
Great markets too. Then it's Vigo in Spain. I love the contrast of different ports in Spain here, because we're up in the north of Spain here in Vigo, in Galicia, and you're not far from Santiago de Compostela, which is the famous, pilgrims city. So you can visit the grave of St. John the Baptist. Then we have an overnight in Southampton. And the nice thing here is you have an overnight on board, but it's followed by 3 nights in a London hotel. So while you're in Southampton, you can head to Bath, or you can just enjoy everything that's on offer right there at the terminus. But it's time to visit London town for 3 nights before you head home, which is brilliant. And of course, maybe this is your first time in London and you've always promised you'll come over the pond at one stage to visit relatives over in this part of the world, or maybe you just want to see London on your own. There is so much to see and do. Take an open top bus tour, hop on, hop off, and that will give you a good overview. Or just even strolling around at Buckingham Palace and St James's Park is lovely. We're then going to fly you back to Sydney after this absolutely iconic voyage. The beautiful thing about this, of course, is you're seeing so much ancient history. It's amazing.
Incredible. I love that. The fact that this ends iconically with that wonderful stay in iconic London, just going to be amazing, isn't it? But the whole journey here is brilliant. And this is all about this offer, because this show is all about brand new cruise ships. So the chance to sail on the brand new Star Princess, literally on one of her first cruises, is brilliant. She will have launched just a few weeks before you take your cruise, which is just incredible. Now, included in your offer right here is your flight from Sydney over to Rome. Plenty of time in Rome. You've got 3 nights in a hotel there. You are going to love it. And it's your anticipation, looking forward to boarding the Star Princess for her 20-night cruise around the Mediterranean through to Southampton in the UK with an extra overnight there. And then we've also, after the cruise, included a 3-night hotel stay in London with plenty of time to go and see the top attractions before the included flight back to Sydney. Now, again, because we are looking into the future here for next year, low deposit today of just $700 each will lock in this price tag, which, given the travel and how many elements there are to this, and remember, we've put all of those together for you, no booking fee, look at that price tag. That is amazing, given the distance, given the fact that you are also taking one of the first few cruises on a brand new cruise ship from Princess. It is going to be amazing. Now, let's have a look at upgrades as well, because of course the cruise element of this, you can upgrade, of course, in terms of your stateroom there, to take it to ocean view, to take it to balcony. Bear in mind, this is a hefty cruise here as well. It's nearly 3 weeks, 20 nights of cruising there. So when you look at your upgrade prices and you balance that by the number of nights there, it's amazing value for money. And don't forget, of course, you can spread the cost of your holiday as well with Travel Pay Later. It's such a good idea. So pay your deposit right now, then spread the cost of the rest of your holiday there in installments up to your due date. Interest free as well, really easy to apply. Just speak to the team now on 1300 411 954. The great thing about that, and so many people are taking advantage of it since we launched Travel Pay Later as well, is that it allows you to put some real plans in place without thinking, okay, I have to find that money right now. You know, it's great to be able to say, okay, here's my deposit right now, and then I can comfortably cope with making these big plans right now and having plenty of financial breathing space to really look forward to it as well, which is incredible. Call us now, 1300 411 954. Remember, it is toll free to call us as well, and we are on your screens every single day, 3 times a day now as well, 10 in the morning and then 1 and 4 in the afternoon, which is fantastic. So no excuse to miss one of our fabulous shows, and there are lots of them as well.
Absolutely, and depending on where you want to go, you're going to find it here, don't you worry. Every destination covered in the world of cruising. And now to our final offer in this show. And MSC Cruises have been taking the cruise world by storm with new ship after new ship in the last few years. Now, one of the very latest, launched just months ago, is the new MSC Euribia, with its stunning Galleria, crystal staircases and wonderful variety on board. Now, our trip is for the 3rd of April next year and takes us first flying from Sydney to Dubai in the Emirates. And when we arrive, we'll have 2 nights in a hotel to enjoy the vast Millionaire's Playground, the city in the desert, the city of gold, they call it, Dubai. Incredible. Now, this might have been a stopover for you perhaps in the past, heading over to Europe. And a lot of people, a lot of Aussies particularly, haven't embraced Dubai or stayed properly in Dubai. So this would be a lovely chance for you to do that. You can go on a desert safari, you can do a camel ride, you can head out and do a Bedouin dinner in the desert, which is very cool. Explore some of the amazing mosques, they are jaw-dropping, or perhaps take a cocktail up in the tallest building in the world, the Palm Jumeirah or Burj Khalifa. And then there's the shopping. Oh yeah, gold souks, silk souks, you name it. Then it's time for us to board the beautiful MSC Euribia for 18 nights. This is great, over 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, just look at that. Look at that. What an incredible vessel. Now, the Euribia was named after the ancient goddess Euribia, actually, who harnessed the winds, weather and constellations to master the seas. I love that. So you're in safe hands, really, when you're on board, aren't you? There are 10 dining venues and 21 bars and 5 outstanding and unique pools. So there is so much choice, chock-a-block on board this vessel. When it comes to shopping, I tell you what, MSC really do it in style.
Oh, my word.
They're world-class brands on board
so
that, of
much
course, you'll
choice.
recognise. So it's great because you can do it tax and duty-free as well. That's brilliant. Amazing staff, lots of dynamic spaces, and it does really feel like each deck or each space on board MSC vessels have their own unique identity. You know, that's the lovely thing about it. Very palatial and grand and glamorous. We talked about the Swarovski staircases. They're a signature on board MSC ships. You've got to do pictures on there for sure. When it comes to entertainment, they've also got some lovely and dynamic sort of upgrades to the entertainment on board, including a show which is all about Guinness World Records. You might have seen the TV show version of this, but they do that. There's also every night they have a different show, of course, in the theatre. Just think Broadway, West End, you know, Sydney Entertainment District. That's what we're talking about, that level of entertainment, no matter what you fancy. There's day-to-day things on board too to enjoy during your sea days. And this is worth mentioning for anybody who's never cruised before, because I don't know if you realise, if you've never cruised before, my goodness, the absolute variety of different things that you've got. I mean, they pack activities into the planner for you, whether it's wine tasting or beer tasting or behind the scenes tours you can book.
And even if you're just up on the pool deck during the day, that will be a very lively affair. There's music playing, there's dancing lessons, there's competitions on board. There's a great party atmosphere as well on board these lovely MSC ships. Great for the family as well. So if you've got the children with you, they're going to have an absolute ball because there's so much for them to do. There's a lovely arcade area with lots of interactive games that you can take part in as well. There's a sports area. It's just brilliant. You're going to love it. You're on board for 18 nights out of Dubai.
Yes, you are. Straight into Doha in Qatar, where you can visit the Qatar Cultural Village. That's a great little tour to do. Now, do speak to your MSC Shore Excursions team, as I have tons of suggestions. They even do a talk on what to expect in the ports before you get there. Then it's Abu Dhabi, and you can head to Ferrari World if you are a thrill seeker. Maybe take a desert safari. I'd always recommend that. I think it's so much fun. It's really interesting. Or head to some of the gorgeous and glamorous mosques for sure. Salalah is up next on our itinerary, where you can take the frankincense trail. That sounds very exotic, doesn't it? Or maybe head over to Sumurun ruins or to Job's tomb. And again, a place of ancient history awaits. Talking of ancient history, Aqaba for Jordan, my goodness, the ancient city of Petra, which was one of the ancient wonders of the world, with the some of the most iconic sites you'll ever see on earth. Number one recommendation here. Then it's Alexandria, and this is actually your port for so much incredible history to visit in fabulous Cairo. You can take a trip actually to the pyramids, the Sphinx. You could do a Nile cruise while you're there. You know, there's lots to see and do. Then it is another incredible city, the gateway to Rome, Civitavecchia, where you can head and see the top sites in Rome, such as the Trevi Fountain, the Colosseum, the Pantheon, all in a day. You can definitely do that in a day. Then we're disembarking in Barcelona, and you'll have 2 nights in this fabulously iconic city in Catalonia, Spain. It's unbelievable, Barcelona, I tell you. Even just strolling around and enjoying the architecture. Some of my favourites here include the Elborn district, which is the Gothic district. Lots of lovely tapas bars there. Barceloneta Beach, there's also lovely fresh seafood. Of course, you have the stadium, that's the Arc de Triomphe. Up in the mountains, Parque Güell, they have a theme park. And further up in the mountains in Montjuic, they have a theme park. This is Parque Güell, though. It is magical, trust me, one of the most magical places on earth. You'll love Barcelona. Then it is time to go home, absolutely. We're going to fly you back to Sydney, and you have this amazing itinerary to look forward to, starting off in Dubai, of course, a couple of nights there, heading through some of the top Emirates ports before transiting through the Suez Canal into Egypt, then Rome, and finishing off in Barcelona. My goodness, I'm just thinking of all the ticks here on the bucket list.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Transiting the Suez Canal as well as part of that. Pretty exciting. And also meeting people from around the world, because remember, of course, this cruise starts in Dubai and then it's going over to Europe, ending in Spain. So there's going to be a real melting pot of exciting people to meet on your holiday. And we never really talk about that so much, but a cruise is a great way of meeting new friends from around the world, sharing experiences of travel and getting ideas for travel in the future. This is such an exciting 23 night adventure for April in 2025. You can book it today with just a $400 each deposit and then spread the cost with Travel Pay Later, which is brilliant. Now, your price includes the flight from Sydney to Dubai, a 3-night city break there in a hotel, and then 18 nights on the brand new MSC Euribia cruising to Barcelona. You'll also have a 2-night stay in Barcelona in Spain before the flight back to Sydney. So $400 each deposit today to lock in this amazing price tag. I tell you what, I'm very, very tempted, because that is an incredible price. Again, for the breadth of travel, I mean, you think about what you're covering in terms of distance here, that is amazing. MSC are an incredible cruise line as well. Their staff on board will look after you so well. And as Joe says before, you're ticking a lot of places off the bucket list here as well. Here are the details if you want to upgrade in terms of your stateroom as well. So going up to ocean view and to balcony. Look at how tiny those upgrade prices are, considering that's an 18-night cruise. It's incredible. Don't forget, of course, you can pay your deposit right now, just $400 each, and then spread the cost of that in easy instalments with Travel Pay Later. Just talk to the team, 1300 411 954. No interest either, which is fantastic, and very easy sign up. So talk to the team for that on this or any of our offers, actually, which is really good. And we are booking brand new cruise ship offers right the way through this year, right the way through next year, and with some of the major cruise lines halfway at least through 2026 as well. So if you are an advanced planner, now is the time, and Travel Pay Later allows you to put lots of plans in place and lock in lots of great price tags today.
I love that, because it's so important really in this day and age to lock those prices in ahead of time.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
Right? If you leave booking a flight till the last minute, hotel till the last minute, what happens to the price? So get them booked in for 2025, 2026. There's so much food for thought on the website, absolutely.
See you back here soon.